Unionized workers at BC ports have been locked out by their employers, a move that will disrupt international shipping from the West Coast and snarl supply chains. The federal labor minister asked directly if he would get involved.
Those parties have been negotiating for almost a year and a half now. It's time for those parties to make a deal.
And where do we stand on that? Are federal mediators getting more involved? Are you going to be personally getting more involved?
Mediators are, of course, involved, have been all along, and they will continue to be involved. The BC situation has gone on for far too long.
Ports on BC's coast handle $800 million worth of cargo every day, accounting for around a quarter of the goods that flow through Canada. When all that movement comes to a stop, it creates a logistical nightmare.
The terminals have been prepared, extra containers have been picked up, space has been cleared to stage cargo. But really, all of these measures amount to little more than a Band-Aid.
Some ships will end up anchored outside the port. Most will be rerouted to the U.S.
It creates a backlog, and it starts to entangle the rest of the transportation chain. So trucking, rail, et cetera, gets backed up. And it took roughly a week for each day of the port strike last year to completely untangle all that.
This is only the latest in a series of disruptions that has experts fearing for the long-term impact on Canadian shipping.
With, the second port strike in 2 years in BC, very near their port strike in Montreal, rail strikes, we're getting the reputation as kind of an unreliable country to get your supplies from.
The labor dispute hinges largely on union fears that employers could make job cuts as ports move towards automation. Until the two sides can reach an agreement, this critical trade artery will remain blocked. Michelle Ghoussoub, CBC News, Vancouver.